Hello,
Hello, good evening, ma'am.
good evening. I'm audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Hello,
Hi,
sir.
Hello,
hi,
sir.
Bonshi,
Hello, sir. Welcome to Sainari.
and hi, Manini.
Sir. Good evening, sir.
मेरा
Welcome.
मैं बहुत नीचे तो नहीं घुस गया हूँ मेरी शक्ल दिख रही है?
Yes, sir. You're fine.
Okay,
Yes,
that's
sir,
great,
दिख रही है.
great. तो हम
So,
लोग क्या अपनी बातचीत
We,
शुरू करें?
right, sir. Right, sir.
हम्म,
So, a very good evening to all. And I, Dr. Manini, once again welcome you to this platform of Sainari, and which is functional as an institute of research and advocacy in mental health and gender equality. And as all of you are aware, that Sainari is basically used as a platform to discuss various psychological issues as well as women-related issues of contemporary relevance. And today also, we have picked up a topic which is of grave importance in the present scenario. But before we further this session, I would like to introduce our expert. I would call him Colonel Dr. Sanjeev Sahai, sir. And sir was commissioned in the Rajput Regiment in 1979. And during his stint in the army for more than 2 decades, that is from 1970, a wide variety of appointments, both in the field and peace areas. And he is a PhD also. And since 2004, Sir is a life skill trainer. He is a prolific speaker. And Sir has, to his credit, a book on the private collections of medals of Maharaja Patiala. And it is one of its kind in the field of military history. Other than this, Sir has also written two books on parenting and marriage, which are under publication. And synergizing the youth and addressing the global problems is a part of Sir's personal vision statement. Sir has also designed a package, Live Smartly, on life management skills. And the basic theme of this package is, if living is an art, then living happily is a fine art. Very true, sir. Living is surely an art, and living happily is a more important art, a very fine art. Till date, sir has trained more than 2 lakh persons. Can you imagine? More than 2 lakhs persons from varied fields and institutions. And sir, LBS National Academy of Administration, Missouri, IIM, IIT, Hindalco, Amity University, NABARD, UB Academy of Administration, and also various schools like DPS, Sunbeam Group of Schools, to name a few. So, sir, and one thing more I would like to add, that Sir is also the founder of Ikigai's Learning Systems, which we'll discuss with Sir in the later part of our interview. So today, Sir, we are very, very happy to have such a passionate, innovative, creative, and the most important thing is a self-driven person on our platform. So we welcome you,
Thank
Sir.
you.
And I would also like you to get introduced to a member of our Sainari team, Bonshi, who has been a postgraduate student from University of Lucknow, and she'll be facilitating the session with me. So I welcome you also, Bonshi. Now coming
thank you,
back to
ma'am.
the session. Now coming back to the session, I would like to first come up to the topic, that is parenting in the present scenario. When we become parents, it is a very, very welcomed event in our family, in everyone's family. And it comes with a lot of celebration. But with this celebration, there comes a lot of responsibilities. And if realized well, these responsibilities, they decide the course of life of our children. Because the quality of parenting that a child gets during the early days of childhood, and more importantly, during adolescence, as well as they are also responsible for determining the entire course of relationships that the person will have during his entire life. So, parenting is a very, very important process. I would call it a process. And in the post COVID era, parenting has become more a conscious process. It has become very challenging and it is a very burning topic of discussion. So, first of all, sir, what I would like you to focus upon is that do you also agree that in the present scenario, parenting is a hot topic of discussion? And was it the similar situation in earlier days also?
Okay. Manu, thank you so much for a very long introduction. And
So you deserve even more.
yeah. And Bonchi, very nice seeing you. In fact, whenever you are interacting online, the great depression is that you don't see the audience. So at least I'm seeing two people. So I'll use Bonchi as the student, as a participant, and I will use Manini as a moderator. And we are going to enjoy this session. Okay, enjoyment is important.
There are
Now the first
participants and one thing more, sir. Sir, our participants and audience will be posting us from time to time. You will be seeing their comments on the screen.
Yeah. Firstly, I am very happy that now we are discussing about parenting in a very formal manner. It shows our seriousness. Lot of work also is being done. But unfortunately, what is happening that the Western solutions, they do not work in Indian environment. Because our Indian family system is very unique. Our social environment is very unique. Our patriarchal system, our religion, all these things, they make parenting a very challenging job for Indian parents.
Very true.
Now, if you go back into evolution, two things happened. There are two purposes of the mammal called Homo sapien. The first purpose is to reproduce, procreate. This starts at the age, say 12, 13, 14. Because we evolved a superior emotional brain, our basic search, emotional or psychological search, is well-being. You're always looking for well-being. When you don't get it, you become disappointed. And majority of us, we don't get it. And that is why consumerism has become very popular. The easiest way to go for happiness, well-being is go to a restaurant, have heavy food and come back happy for at least few hours. Or go with the friends, use the mobile for 2-3 hours and blah, blah, blah. Now the aim of education, there are two aims. The first aim is to make you financially independent. And the second aim is to enable you, empower you, so that you are able to create well-being at will. Okay. Now, these two aims are not being fulfilled at all by our current system. We must make a try. People are making effort. I will not be, I will not be unjust to them. We are making effort, but more efforts are required. Because you must have seen that of late, lot of violent behavior is coming to light. अभी परसों ही पेपर में था कि बच्चे भाग गए, या सुसाइड कर लिया, डिप्रेशन में चले गए। ये जो आजकल गेम्स आ रहे हैं टीवी मीडिया पे, गैम्बलिंग शुरू हो रही है, you know, there is a total chaos. We are not able to keep a pace with the changing environment. The environment is changing very fast. Like I am trying to apply my parenting knowledge of 1960 and 70 to my daughter of 2022. She will run away. Experience, my inputs have become outdated. Today generation is changing every year, and we have become consumption oriented. Becoming happy is a biochemical response of your body. You should know how to trigger that response. So the first thing is that in Indian environment, Indian problems, they need Indian solutions. But they have to be modified. Like for example, I'll ask a question to Bonshi. Very good seeds. What all you are supposed to do to ensure that you get a bumper crop? Tell me. Or that you get a bumper crop. Hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You can hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. I may be.
Okay.
Sir,
Am I
it has
audible?
tilted. Yes, sir. Yes, or bunch. You are audible.
Yeah.
So, what kind of environment
Tell
and
me.
whether the seed needs soil it needs and other,
Some
Okay,
connectivity.
whatever help.
Mani, you are.
Sir, I think she is having some connectivity issue. So basically,
There
we
was a
need to
food.
nurture. We need to nurture those seeds very well. The right
Just
amount
tell
of
me. Just tell me the process, the physical process which will go on.
the physical process, that is converting a seed into.
You will have to prepare the land.
Yes, sir. We'll have to prepare the
Now,
land.
now the facilities are available. You can even test the decades ago.
Right.
Today, the has given you this facility so that you are able to have a bumper crop.
Very true.
So the first prerequisite, you should know how to do farming.
Very true.
Once you know how to do farming, you should know how to prepare the land. Then you should know how to fix the seed. Them, and then how to make that crop reach the market. Now you see, I am giving a problem. Our Prime Minister wants India to become a going to give importance to parenting. He wants our country to become a $6 trillion economy or whatever it is. This is his desire. Almost. It means we have the wherewithal. Our seeds are good. The first thing, please realize that Indian family system is a very abnormally emotional, because the code, the mantra of parenting is imitation. Through words and pictures. If they see their mother being humiliated every day, if they see fights between the parents, the message will go that I am not okay, they are not okay, or others are okay, I am not okay. So marriage becomes a very important decision, because marriage is the land on which the
Very
it
true,
means
sir.
that
And if I would like to
yeah,
intervene,
please.
sir, that researchers also prove this. All the
Yeah, yeah,
psychological researches, they talk
yeah,
about, and there is a theory of Bandura. Bandura talks
yeah.
about imitation. That whatever
Now,
children learn is through
yeah,
imitation. The basic
yeah,
learning is through imitation.
yeah. We are not exceptions. All other mammals, the parents give the example. There is no lecturing. The tiger mother never gives a lecture to the cub.
Very true.
She hunts the deer and tells the cub that this is the way to hunt a deer.
Very true, sir.
All other mammals, they empower their, like I will ask you this question: what should be the aim of parenting? What type of product you want as
Very true.
a parent? You have children. What type of children you want them to become? Because by 7-8 years, the basic conditioning takes place.
Very true. Very true,
The
sir. The
basic
foundation has
reference
been laid.
material goes in the brain.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I agree, sir.
We cannot see parenting in isolation. Everybody
No.
is trying to correct the children. Their cortical brain is developing. They are emotionally abnormally dominated. All their decisions are emotional. They are very curious, but we mercilessly kill the curiosity.
Very true.
We have to define our ultimate aim. My aim is I want to nurture a happy child,
True.
because only happy children can achieve excellence. Sad people can only achieve mediocrity.
Very true.
So please understand, if our children are unhappy, it is 100% because of us. Today, mobile mania has been accepted as a mental disorder.
Right.
Children have become like zombies. And the dilemma a children is facing is, because he has so many attractions, how to have full-time success with part-time efforts. Is it possible?
Not at all.
And we have not used the scientific research anywhere. Our children are still eating parathas and puris and going to school. We are sending them, giving them sleeping pills. And then you expect them to be alert.
Active.
Have you ever seen a guy going to Mount Everest taking chola bhatura with him?
Right.
If you see the lifestyle of the Scandinavian countries, they are not very rich countries. The real masala is in the family system. Family is contented. The happiness index is decided by the family environment.
Very
You
true.
go
Very
to
true, sir.
you go to Bhutan and see for yourself that how girls are treated. Bhutan is the best example of gender sensitization. If a girl is more than 18 years, boy is more than 18 years, let them loaf around, let them move around. If they are not moving around together, then there is some problem. Then go to a doctor. It is their age to go around. So our concept of parenting has to be very, very flexible. There will be aggression. Like recently I am seeing कि बच्चों की अगर बात ना मानो तो वो घर का सामान तोड़ने लगते हैं. मदर भी अगर कहीं नौकरी कर रही है तो out of sheer guilty, the children will be overlooked after. कि चूंकि मैं काम करने चली गई थी, अब मैं 200 रुपए की पेस्ट्री खिला दूं जब उसको हेजलनट की, तब मुझे दिल को शांति मिलेगी. और वो बच्चा आपके पास है सिर्फ 9 साल के लिए. अगर 18 साल भी मान के चलो, ही इज ओनली विद यू फॉर 9 years. 9 साल तो सोते रहोगे आप भी और बच्चा भी सोता रहेगा. प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड योर रिलेशनशिप विद द चाइल्ड. You are a custodian of the child. You are not the creator. That makes world of a difference.
Very true.
The whole attitude changes. Who has said that your children are your children? They are not your children. They are through us. So we should become good custodians. And that is why our national economy is bad, because 50% people are unemployed or underemployed. हम लोगों ने फीमेल्स का जीना मुश्किल करा हुआ है. In fact, as a man, I feel ashamed.
Very true.
So
Sir,
we have to now sort out these adult matters before we come to the children.
if I
And
come
this
to
is
the
the most
Yes, sir, if I
most
come-
dangerous thing to say कि हमारे जमाने में ऐसा होता था. अरे वो जमाने गए भाई, आगे बढ़ो. अब
Very true.
जनरेशन हर साल बदल रही है.
Right, sir.
हमारे जमाने में
Sir,
कुछ नहीं होता था.
Very
please
true,
tell.
sir. इन सबका निचोड़, इन सबका क्रक्स अगर मैं निकालूं तो बेसिकली व्हाट यू आर wanting to guide us today is into that we should make certain realizations. The parents should themselves make certain realizations about how they are rearing and vis-a-vis the values and the stereotypes that they are consciously or unconsciously passing on to their children. Because, sir, we as psychologists also believe that when learning takes place, learning takes place in two ways. One consciously and the other unconsciously. So it's not that whatever we think that we are teaching the children, they are learning that only. They are learning things which are also there in their surrounding, and that may be unconscious learning which may not be manifesting as of now, but somewhere in their life it may manifest. जैसे जब हम मूवी देखने जाते हैं सर, तो हम ये रियलाइज करते हैं कि हम तो एंटरटेनमेंट के लिए गए, right? We are basically, our main motive may be that we are going for entertainment. But while watching that, कुछ ऐसी चीजें हो सकती हैं जो हमारे जहन में कहीं रह जाती हैं. There may be certain things which our unconscious mind may register and which may not be manifested at the same moment. But when we are in a similar situation or in a similar scenario, then it may be manifested in some behavior of others, of ours. Others may also not realize realize why is it so, and we may also think, "Acha, हमने ऐसे किया. How did I behave in this manner?" So there is a constant unconscious learning. And I think you are also trying to focus upon that and tell us and make us realize that we should be aware that children are all the time imitating and modeling our behavior. Children may be aggressive because somewhere we are serving them aggression. Children may be biased, they may be patriarchal, they may be having biases towards the helpers, toward other family members, because we are passing on to them. They may have gender biases, which may be very evident now, or they may be evident later on. But these are all because we have somewhere or the other, as a part of the socialization process, contributed in development of those things. And here the media and the peer group also plays a very important role. But yes, the role of parenting cannot be denied in this, because that is the main environment where the children are brought up.
And that
So
is only possible once your family environment is good.
very true.
Now,
Very true.
majority of marriages in India are not taken by the people who are going to get married.
True.
It is a social display.
True, sir.
Marriage is a basic decision. It should only be taken by the person who's getting married.
Very true. Very true, sir.
And because we don't know how to take decisions, we don't know problem solving, and your decisions create circumstances.
True. True, sir.
It is not Rahu or Shani. It is your decisions. It is the decision which will create circumstances.
Very true.
जब आप करेला बोओगे तो आप एप्पल कैसे काटोगे? बहुत से लोग मुझसे कहते हैं, there are two types of people, the believers and the seekers, doers.
Right.
The doers are only 2%. 98% people are believers. That's why people like Asharam, Falaram, they are flourishing. Because whatever they say, we believe. That is the easiest thing to do. We have to become explorers. Now people say कि भाई फला आदमी की childhood तो बड़ी disturbed थी, या West में जो hero heroines हैं उनका बताते हैं, and they are so successful. They may be money wise, but they are of no use to the society.
True.
They are only earning and dumping money for themselves. They don't have compassion. They cannot do anything for the higher system. If all the rich people of the world unite together, the hunger can be fought 4 times. They have so much of money. Our children are not exposed to such. In fact, this experiential learning program which I am launching, I want our children to go and see that what is poverty, how people are living in our own city, and we are over rested and overfed. Because in our society, what we do is important, how we do it is not important. We have made mockery out of life, and we are externally controlled. Now God ने हमें सुंदर नहीं बनाया है, अब हबीब हमें सुंदर बनाएंगे, या शहनाज हुसैन हमें सुंदर बनाएंगी और उनकी क्रीम हम खरीदेंगे. Because we don't believe in God.
Or believe in
so
self.
Please understand, very diplomatically, your desires have been created by others.
Very true.
This inferiority complex has been put in you, that you are not beautiful. Use this cream, you will become beautiful. Your self-esteem is very low, and that will straight away be transferred to your children.
Very true. Very true.
That is going to happen, and that is happening. Your desires are being now created by Facebook, by the social media, by consumerism, by these companies. And we, like fools, we are paying for it.
Very true. Very true.
These are the reasons that why people are frustrated. Yeah.
Yes, sir. I would like to say, ask you to adjust the camera angle. Sorry to interrupt. Some people are commenting that they can't see you fully. So
It is
yeah,
very nice
that
that
is
they are not
better.
able to see me. I'm very happy
No,
that
sir,
they are
but they
not able
want
to
to
see me.
see. No, sir, we are getting a lot of hearts, so they are liking your conversation. They just want to see you better. So I ask you to adjust the camera angle, and whatever you
Now
are
it's okay.
saying is very true. And yes, a little more.
अरे मेरा iPad गिर जाएगा भाई.
That's fine,
अच्छा,
sir.
Yeah,
ठीक है. Then it
Fine.
is
yeah.
then it is fine. It's
Okay.
better than before.
Hmm.
Yes, sir. So whatever you have said has absolutely made a lot of sense. And I think कई लोग हैं जो agree भी कर रहे हैं, हमको लगातार comments भी आ रहे हैं, and we are getting heart, so they know and they are getting your point. उस सब के basis पे जो अभी आपने बात करी है, I would like to ask you the next question that what do you think are the implications of parenting as of now?
Implication
Like,
of
if you'd like
parenting
to discuss.
is a child who is born today, he is going to occupy the planet till for another 70, 80 years.
On an
From
average.
2040 onwards, your longevity will increase hell of a lot. The way we are doing research in artificial intelligence, nanotechnology, फिर मरना मुश्किल हो जाएगा.
नहीं true.
लाइफ स्पैन बढ़ जाएगा. और आज का जो बच्चा है, अगर उसको आप एम्पावर ही नहीं करोगे तो वो अगले 70-80 साल रहेगा कैसे? यू इमेजिन अर्जुन विदाउट एरोज. अर्जुन इज ओनली मूविंग अराउंड विद गांडीव. देयर आर नो एरोज. यू हैव टू एम्पावर योर चिल्ड्रन. ये सब चीजें, ये हम लोग बहुत इमोशनल गेम खेलते हैं. वी हैव एडेड डिविनिटी टू आवर चिल्ड्रन कि इसने कोई बहुत पुण्य करे थे जो हमारे घर में पैदा हुआ. अरे भाई, हम में ऐसे कौन से लाल जड़े हुए हैं?
Very true.
इट वॉज ए एवोल्यूशनरी एक्सीडेंट कि बच्चा हमारे यहाँ पैदा हो गया. आप प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड करिए. सारी चीजें हमारा रिलीजन सपोर्ट कर रहा है, हमारा पेट्रियार्कल सिस्टम सपोर्ट कर रहा है. हमने 50% लड़कियों का जीना मुश्किल करा हुआ है. जिस क्लास को माननी बिलोंग करती है या तुम बिलोंग करती हो, ये क्लास बहुत कम है.
Right, sir.
फिर आप दहेज सिस्टम को तोड़ नहीं रहे हैं. लड़कियों की ये जो फेटिसाइड क्यों हो रहा है? बिकॉज व्हेन ए गर्ल इज बॉर्न देयर इज अ साइलेंस इन द हाउस
Still there.
एंड द मदर इन लॉ हैज टू
Yes.
सपोर्ट पैट्रियार्की. हमारे अपने रिलेशंस ही बहुत कॉम्प्लेक्स हैं. शादी के 30 साल बाद भी बहू आउटसाइडर रहती है. अगर घर में कोई गुप्त बात हो रही होगी तो बहू को कहेंगे बेटा जरा बाहर चले जाओ. नाउ इतने षड्यंत्र के माहौल में वो बच्चा क्या सीखेगा? अभी तो आप पेरेंटिंग की बात कर रहे हैं, अब लॉन्जिविटी की आप बात जब करिएगा, जैसे जैसे उम्र बढ़ रही है, कौन देखभाल करेगा हमारी? बिकॉज फॉर यू लाइफ इज बिकमिंग टफ एवरी डे. As I will grow old, my children will also grow old. At 65, I am the youngest in my family of 4 brothers and sisters. They still treat me like a kid. यही कहते हैं भाग के जाओ जरा सब्जी ले आना. I feel very happy, but will I be able to do it? Are we addressing this problem? हर समय हमें सिंपैथी मोड में नहीं रहना. वी आर ऑलवेज इन द विक्टिम मेंटालिटी, इन द विक्टिम मोड. कोई जरूरी नहीं है शादी करना. शादी करके बच्चे पैदा करना कोई जरूरी नहीं है. भाई करण जौहर ने क्या किया, तुषार कपूर ने क्या किया? सिंस दे बिलोंग टू दैट क्लास दे कैन डू एनीथिंग. हम क्यों नहीं कर सकते भाई? हमारी आबादी टच कर रही है 140. क्या जरूरत है? जब इन चीजों के बारे में आप सोचोगे, देन वी विल बी कंसिडर्ड एज एन एजुकेटेड सोसाइटी. हमारे यहाँ नोबेल प्राइज नहीं मिला है, 70 साल हो गए इन एनी साइंटिफिक सब्जेक्ट. ये इतने लड़के जिनके 100% आ रहे हैं, IIT जा रहे हैं, फला जगह जा रहे हैं, ये कहाँ हैं? There is a research potential. No, हमारे लिए बस नौकरी मिल जाए. That is important.
Very true, sir. Very rightly you are
That is
saying,
why there
sir.
is no well-being, no happiness. You are on a picnic for a very short time where you are very sad, and people with whom you are going for the picnic, they are also sad.
Right. We need
कितनी
to
ये
realize
खतरनाक
this.
पिकनिक है ये.
We need to realize this, sir, that when we
Yeah,
talk about empowerment, या जब आप empowerment की बात कर रहे हैं, तो it is not only intellectual empowerment that we are talking about.
of
It is
course,
not that we are just talking about the increasing the knowledge base of the children. It is
of
more about
course.
empowering them emotionally. Then only a holistic
अरे भाई,
development is
आप चाहते हैं बच्चा पढ़े, आपको मल्टीपल इंटेलिजेंस के बारे में कुछ पता नहीं है.
very true.
हर प्रोसेस को बच्चा एंजॉय नहीं करेगा. आपने ये पूरे मशरूम की तरह इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेजेस खोल दिए हैं, मेडिकल कॉलेजेस खोल दिए हैं. जिन बच्चों का बिल्कुल डॉक्टर बनने का मन नहीं है, उनको वो डॉक्टर बनेंगे बिकॉज घर का नर्सिंग होम है. कितना खतरनाक डॉक्टर बनेगा वो. दिस इज एग्जैक्टली व्हाट इज हैपनिंग. You are 133rd in the secondary in the quality of education out of 135 countries. Because in our country, what we do is important. How we do it is not important.
Yes, sir.
हमारे अंदर क्वालिटी नहीं है. हम पीएचडी करेंगे तो क्वालिटी नहीं है. कोई भी काम करेंगे उसमें क्वालिटी नहीं है. और चूंकि हम उसको एंजॉय नहीं करते, इसलिए हमें उससे कुछ मिलता नहीं है.
barring few exceptions.
Yes,
Very
sir.
true.
I'm not being negative. I understand.
No.
Life ऐसे ही चलेगी. We are now moving towards destruction. Stephen Hawking कह गए कि the day your population becomes 1,000 crores, the planet cannot take it. But by doing all these things, you can have a satisfaction that you reduce the pace of destruction. You made an effort. You made an effort.
True.
Like this girl,
Yes,
Bonchi, I was very, very happy today when she told me that she takes tuitions. I was so proud. I was so proud. We must teach our children money earning skills. इंडिया का लड़का 30 साल का हो गया है, फिर भी माँ उसको पराठे खिला रही है. क्यों भाई? This abnormal affection will lead you nowhere. Children are not investment. They say na, if you love somebody, set it free. If it comes back, it is yours. हम जिसे पकड़ लेते हैं छोड़ते ही नहीं है. हस्बैंड को पकड़ लिया तो 7 जन्मों के लिए पकड़ लिया. इन सारी चीजों में हम फंस जाते हैं आके. And the parenting suffers, which is your biological purpose.
Very true, very true. And so
Yeah.
we should also realize, I think so, that from the very beginning, if there is a realization that we are two separate individuals, and from birth, the child has come with his or her own individuality, and that should be respected. That should be respected all the more. Our own biases, our own cognitive patterns, our own cognitive errors, or maybe our style of thinking may not match with them. And that is a very normal process. But we as parents, when things don't match, we become hyper. At times we become hyper. That the person or the child
You
is not
compare it,
listening to us.
na?
Yeah.
You compare it. You are treating your child as a race horse. He or she is not a race horse.
Very true.
She is not your product. She is not a product. She is
Very
a
true.
living human being. If her IQ is 60, 70, still you will be the custodian.
Very true. Very true. Very true.
Every child is not Einstein.
Very true.
Yes.
When I go to the schools, Indian parents are very happy if the child is having a tough time in the school. Those schools are very popular. लेकिन thank God our Prime Minister is getting that university admission test where percentage will not remain
Very good.
important.
That's a very good step. Yeah.
And the new education policy is an excellent beginning where you can have music, tabla, and psychology.
Combination of all. Very
You are
true.
not bound with subjects.
Very true.
Yes, sir.
But by the time they come, whatever you can do now should be done. And
Yes,
that's why they say, na, it's simple to be happy, but very difficult to be simple. इतना ज़्यादा कुछ है नहीं. अहंकार है. You know, we are a package of goods and bads.
Nice.
And we should learn how to be flexible, how to
Very true.
change.
yes, sir.
Change should be a part of our being.
Yes, sir.
That is the thing which I am saying. You want your children to study, you also study. Whether they study or not, it hardly matters. हम लोग 2 पेज पढ़ने के बाद देखते हैं बच्चा पढ़ रहा है नहीं पढ़ रहा है.
Right.
अरे भाई, आपको जो करना है आप करो. आप उसे हर समय ट्रेनर क्यों बने रहते हो आप?
Very true.
हमारा अपनी लाइफ कौन आइडियल थी, तो उनको नॉर्मल रहने दो, एम्पावर करो, रिस्क लेना सिखाओ,
Right.
तब वो तगड़े बनेंगे.
Very true. Sir,
वरना
I
फिर
would like you to over here, I just got a point. What I understand is that then parenting is a skill, right? And it is not a very casual process, or it is not something which may come naturally. It is a
now
skill
it has
that needs to
become
be learned.
now it has become a very critical skill. 30 साल
Right.
पहले नहीं
In the
थी.
present scenario, yes, sir.
बिकॉज उस समय जो लेडीज थी वो झुकने को तैयार थी. आज लेडीज झुकने को
Sir,
तैयार नहीं है.
sir, I would like to contradict over here. झुकने की बात नहीं है. I think
अरे भाई, आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट
balance.
पीपल ऑफ योर क्लास और a particular class. I am
Right, sir.
saying that women were suppressed.
Very true.
They didn't
Very true.
have any say in the house,
Very true.
which you are having. So child used to witness very ugly things.
True.
Are you getting it? So that is
Right.
the thing. And I was not an ideal parent. If you ask my daughter, she'll come out with at least 101 mistakes. But I tried my best. I have no regrets. I may have done few things good, few things bad, but I tried to apply knowledge, whatever I used to acquire. And my life was also full of ups and downs. And children, they have to be part of it.
Very true. Very true.
You know,
And parenting
बच्चे तो वही
can
करेंगे.
very true, sir. Parenting can have various forms and styles, right?
Yeah.
And we cannot
नहीं,
categorically say that this is the
yeah,
best style or that is the best
yeah,
style.
yeah.
It has to be developed by the parents themselves as per the need of the situation, as well as the keeping in mind the
Yeah, yeah.
individuality of their child.
Yes, yes, yes.
Very true.
बिल्कुल. The communication, but there has to be a line. We have to draw a line somewhere between a child and the parent.
Very true.
That line should not be compromised. So the
Yes.
nichod is learn life skills and competencies. Then only you can empower your children. Just
Yes.
because you are a PhD and I am a MBA and fala doesn't make us a good parent.
Very true.
वो चीजें बाहर ही छोड़ दीजिए.
Very true, sir.
You are a normal person. Your child, you may be president of India, but your child will see you as a papa or a mama.
Yes, sir.
They are not bothered about your social status. They are not bothered about your money. You take them in a Range Rover or take them in Maruti 800. They are only looking for excitement, enthusiasm, curiosity, novelty, creativity, fun. These are the things they are looking for. They are not looking for fine dining restaurants.
Hmm.
So living is not a very expensive business. You should have the creativity. द बेसिक वेयर विद ऑल। खुश रहने के लिए सिर्फ 20% तो पैसा चाहिए, 80% तो इमेजिनेशन चाहिए और स्किल्स चाहिए।
Yes, sir. Very true. Sir, along the same lines, I would like to share that you talked about how Bhutan has a gender sensitization. We've also studied, matlab, I studied recently about this whole new thing that they have started of gross national happiness, where they
Yeah,
measure the happiness of the country.
yeah,
Apart from how much economically or intellectually they are, achieving great things, they also measure how happy and satisfied people are with their lives, and how much skills and all these basic things that you need to be happy, the creativity and all, how much they are aware of and bringing that into their own life. So I think we can learn a lot from
of
Bhutan,
course.
since
In fact, all
yeah,
of us
yes,
should visit Bhutan at least once or twice in our lifetimes. एक बार देखो जाके क्या हो रहा है वहां पे। जो जो क्लेanलीनेस है, इट इज द रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ऑफ द स्कूल्स। रोड्स आर क्लीन बाय स्टूडेंट्स। हम लोग अगर स्कूल में बच्चों से अगर रोड साफ करवा देंगे तो पेरेंट्स हम लोगों की जान ले लेंगे। वहां पे जेंडर सेंसिटाइज। अच्छा, पूरे भूटान में एक भी ज्वेलरी की शॉप नहीं है। प्रेशियस स्टोन्स की कुछ दुकानें हैं। देयर इज नो मॉल इन भूटान, देयर इज नो मॉल। लड़की की शादी में सिर्फ 20 किलो लकड़ी देनी पड़ती है, दैट्स ऑल। ए सिंबॉलिक डाउरी कि भाई ये घर बनाने के लिए लकड़ी ले लो।
True, sir.
तो वहां पे फीमेल फीटिसाइड क्यों होगा? वहां पे यू गो टू एनी होटल, 100% स्टाफ इज गर्ल्स। वहां पे गर्ल्स का कॉन्फिडेंस देखिए आप चलते समय, दे मूव विद सो मच ऑफ कॉन्फिडेंस। हमारे यहाँ हम लोगों ने चलना मुश्किल करा हुआ है।
yes,
तो somewhere we have to accept this fact that we need to overhaul ourselves before we start teaching others.
yes, sir. Very true.
So this is very important to understand.
Very
तो
true.
आज के लिए इतना ही काफी है, वरना देखने
जी,
वाले
sir.
पागल हो जाएंगे।
Yes,
Naisa, so coming to the crux of it, I would like to say कि parenting is thus a conscious process, and we need to be conscious.
Rajneesh
while
Kumar, somebody wants to ask a question.
yes, if you have any questions, please put it in the question box, so it is separate from the comments. You can see there's a question mark at the bottom. Put your questions in that box, and I'll read it to
so
sir,
that is visible
and then
to
you
us.
can have your answer. Yes.
Rajneesh Kumar, I have a nahi. This is Saud Hanif. I have a question. Please let me ask sir at the end. अरे एंड आ गया भैया, पूछ लो।
Yes, yes. Please
He's
ask.
typing it. He's typing it. Yeah.
Yeah. So by the time we ask, we can talk about the crux of it all. I'll
Yeah.
let you know when the question is up.
Basically, it's a
I will
conscious process,
only
and we need to be
say again.
very conscious during this process and do a lot of, you can say, self-evaluation as to what we want to pass on to the next generation and what is there which we would not like our next generation to adopt. Right, sir?
That is also up to the next generation. We must do
Yes.
our duties as sincerely as possible. Nobody
Right.
can become perfect husband, perfect wife, perfect parenting. वो नहीं हो सकती है।
नहीं हो
अगर
सकती।
थोड़ा सा
Very
भी
true.
एफर्ट होगा तो corresponding well-being will be very high.
Very true.
कुछ तो दिमाग से काम करेंगे।
Right,
And
sir.
please understand one thing, when you talk about well-being, happiness, it's a biochemical response of your body. 40% is genetic. 40% is genetic. 20% is environment.
Right.
and still 40% can be learnt.
Very true.
It's a huge
Very
space which is available.
right, sir.
लेकिन to
Sir, in this
learn the
connection,
skills,
I would like you to throw a little light upon the Ikigai learning system that you have evolved.
I have not evolved. It just came from the feedback and in need of people.
Right,
It
sir.
is basically based on experiential learning,
Okay.
where I teach, I train people. It's a combination of that program, Big Boss and Khatron Ke Khiladi. And it is
Okay.
based on experiential learning. 20% knowledge and 80% practice. So I
Very
will
good.
give you the
That is the
initial
way
push. I'll give you the initial push. After that, you are on your own.
to run. Yeah, you have to run by
Generally, in
the.
my lectures, people don't come after the first lecture because there is a need to change, need to become active. Then people
Right.
don't come. People like it, appreciate it, but then they go back to their old style of inactivity.
That is passive
But
learning.
I am also very rigid. I also keep on trying. शायद कोई मिली जाए, शायद कोई फंसी जाए. So that is my intention. हाँ भाई, बताओ क्या सवाल है?
I'm sure, sir. Yes, sir. I'm sure it is very helpful. So we have got the question that there are bullies in school. So I think what they are trying to ask is what role do the parents play in those who bully others? And if someone gets to know that their child is a bully, what can they do to improve that?
People become bullied when they face suppression at home. Bullying is an outburst which they release in their school. Now the victim has to communicate. Victim, the person who's being bullied, should communicate with the parents, with the teachers. He or she should not hide it. As far as the person who is bullying, the parent should communicate with that person and they should try and improve the family environment or the communication within the family. Reduce expectations, communicate, so that the child is not threatened. Because there
Yes,
are people who become bullies, and with the same type of environment, there are people who withdraw themselves.
Me too.
Both is possible. So communication is important and family well-being is important. If the family atmosphere is not good, then nothing can happen. Then if still nothing is happening, go to a psychiatrist. Our understanding of mental health is very bad. हम तब तक साइकेट्रिस्ट के पास नहीं जाते जब तक कोई आदमी कुर्ता ना फाड़ने लगे या सर पे किसी के ईंटा ना मार दे. We don't know anything about mental health. Why go to a psychiatrist the way you go to a doctor when you have fever? Today, because of consumerism, pollution, and so many other factors, the mental health has been adversely affected. Today, aggression has become very common amongst the youngsters. एक लड़की को मना करा माँ ने कि बेटा इतनी देर बात मत करो फोन पे. She hanged herself. It's a very, for that parents also have to give an example. If you are not allowing the child to use the screen, then spend time with the child. Take her out for some activity. वो आप करते नहीं है. हम लोग हमेशा लेक्चरिंग मोड में रहते हैं. हर तरह का लेक्चर हमारे पास है. बेटा तुम्हारे पापा पेट काट काट के तुम्हें पाल रहे हैं. अरे तो भाई अगर पेट काट के पाल रहे हैं तो पैदा क्यों किया था? इन इमोशनल गेम से आप बच्चे में और गिल्ट भर रहे हैं. ज्यादा अगर बच्चा इग्नोर करेगा तो एकदम से उसे श्रवण कुमार की कहानी सुनाने लगेंगे। इन सब चीजों से क्या हो रहा है, सब जमाने गए। अब बच्चों का इन चीजों का कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है उनके ऊपर। तो प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड, simplify your behavior, become more happy within the
So
family.
there's
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So there's one more question that we have gotten. It's how should we act around spoiled kids who are not checked by their parents and give a hard time to others?
You can't do anything. You have to report it to the parents. You have to create hue and cry and let them take care of their children. The school. In fact, if you ask me, parent-teacher meeting should be removed. There should be training classes for the parents. Like Indian parents, they go to a school as if they are doing a favor to the school. Because हमारी country में अंग्रेजी बोलना is very important. We are obsessed with English. And parents ने अपनी पूरी जिम्मेदारी स्कूल को डाल दी है। अरे भाई, जब तुम ही ट्रेन नहीं कर पाए अपने बच्चे को, you were the first guru, तो स्कूल क्यों करेगा? स्कूल में ज्यादातर टीचर्स have become teachers as a last choice.
Very true.
वो टीचर बनना नहीं चाहते थे।
A lot of training is required.
You please understand, by the time the child is in class 12th or graduation, he is bleeding profusely. वो जख्मी है, he needs first aid. इसीलिए आप देखो एग्जाम में नंबर लाना इतना इंपॉर्टेंट है कि बच्चे क्या करेंगे। और हर समय देयर इज ए परफॉर्मेंस प्रेशर। तो प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड, दे आर हैविंग ए वेरी ट्रॉमेटिक टाइम। और फिर मीडिया ने हर तरफ से घेरा हुआ है, रोज लुलू जैसे मॉल खुल रहे हैं। प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड, द एनवायरनमेंट इज चेंजिंग सो फास्ट। डिजायर्स पूरी नहीं होंगी, तनख्वाह मिलेंगी नहीं। आजकल आदमी ने इतना लोन लिया हुआ है। व्हाट हैपेंड ड्यूरिंग कोरोना? In 1970 loans were not possible. People used to live simple life. अभी लोन सबने ले रखे हैं। किसी से मरने की बात कहो तो बुरा मान जाता है। भाई, anything can happen. So please, we have to revisit ourselves. You have to revisit your priorities. Life on the planet is very small. 35 years of waking life. उसके बाद क्या है क्या नहीं है, who knows?
Yes, sir. Very true, sir. And I'd like to repeat what you said. One thing, I think it simplifies it, that being happy is very simple, but being simple is complicated.
It's so a dialogue from Bawarchi film. There was a film of Rajesh Khanna.
Yes, sir.
It's a dialogue from that film. It is simple to be happy, but very difficult to be simple.
Yeah.
Very true.
Yes, sir. It was a very nice film and a very true reference. And I think personally for me, this has been a very insightful discussion. And hopefully in future we'll engage in some more discussions. Hopefully in future we'll engage in some more discussions and about issues that affect us. And with this, I would like to extend a vote of thanks to Sahai sir on behalf of the whole team Sainari for sharing his wisdom and knowledge. And also to Dr. Malini Srivastava for carrying forward this session. It has been really great having you both here tell us and guide us with your wisdom. With this, we end our live. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. Take care and good night. Thank you, sir.
In fact, I was also very happy that Sai Nari has touched a topic like parenting. And
Yes.
I'm sure that the people who listen to our conversation may try out some few things. What will be the effect, I don't know.
Sure,
Okay.
sir. Sure, sir.
So thank
So
you
it
so
has
much.
been good
Sir, for
point.
providing, not providing solutions, but just showing the pathways on which we can walk upon. So
I
all the
have
best
not
to all
shown
of
any
you.
pathway. I have not shown any pathway. You have to make your pathway.
Right, sir. Right,
Yes,
sir.
I
Very true,
cannot
sir.
show pathway.
Very true, sir.
I
Very
am
true.
I am myself looking for my own pathway.
सर यहाँ पे मुझे कुछ लाइन याद आ रही है, लीक पर वे चलें, लीक पर वे चलें जिनके चरण दुर्बल और हारे हैं, हमें तो अपनी सभ्यता से बने अनिर्मित पंथ प्यारे हैं. So we have to make our own ways, we have
Excellent.
to make our own pathways. So thank you so much, sir,
yes, sir.
for joining us, and thank you all the participants who have been very patient listeners and who have asked so many questions also. Thank you so much, and I hope so the
Thank you so much.
Sainari will again bring up certain issues, and so stay connected. Thank you so much.
Bye bye.
Thank
All the
you. Take care.
best.
Good night, everyone. Thank you.
Bye.